All right, let's not waste any time here. Let's not waste any time. They're already going live like any second if they haven't already, so let's just go ahead and get to it. We've got multi-chat sorted and multi-stream sorted, so we're chilling. Yep, it has premiered. Let's go. Gotta open this shit up on Chrome though. Yeah, let me open this up on Chrome. All right, boom, let's go. All right, so I'm gonna test here and test here. Let's go. So we officially have multi-chat. Now, most YouTube names, they will not show anything. You won't see like the icon, for example. You won't see the avatars. I did that intentionally. But it doesn't matter. We're live on both. That's the only thing that matters. It's still stuck at this one screen on the Premiere. They're not showing anything. Yeah, this is all it's showing. Perfect. I'll leave my camera right here. I don't want it to be any bigger because I just don't want to cover anything. Now, they have already said that the primary purpose of this is to give more info about Silent Hill F. And people have already been speculating, like, oh, are they gonna reveal that F actually stands for 5 and it's actually gonna be Silent Hill 5? I doubt it. I just want to know more about what Silent Hill F actually looks like. That's the only reason why I'm checking this out the way that I am. Hope the new entry will be good. Oh shit. Well, here, I'll slide the chat over. Hope the new Silent Hill game entry will be good because there hasn't been a new game since the short message came out in 2024. Plus, I hope and pray F doesn't have any jump scares. Yeah. What we really don't need is Outlast style gameplay invading our Silent Hill. That's the last fucking thing we need. Silent Hill has always prided itself on having very low, if any, jump scares. And most of the jump scares they did were strictly sound. Oh wow, so another timer. So it premiered to a video of a timer. Good, Konami, I swear to. Let's see what chat's freaking out about. Oh. Everybody's just spamming F. Dude, the fucking AI. By the way, Matthew, I know you go by your name on Twitch, or I know you know by, thank you. You go by your name on YouTube, but I feel like I remember your username on Twitch was like something like that. But I remember you being on Twitch before. But yes, we're live on both now. I was able to sort out, now the font and the outline and everything is a little bit different. But as you can see, there's Twitch chat. There's YouTube chat. So YouTube chat is like ever so slightly delayed, but the important thing is that it's there. That's the only thing that matters to me. I just wanted it to be there for the longest time. Because for the longest time we didn't have it. And I could probably make some changes, like I have some pretty large spacing between the two chat lines. I could probably condense that a little bit so it doesn't take up so much space on screen, but it's not a huge deal. I don't mind jump scares in horror games, but Silent Hill is not like Outlast. Silent Hill's supposed to be a unique survival horror game, not a jump scare Outlast Amnesia clone. Yeah, I think jump scares in general. Hey, what's up, Stone? Look, dude, we got multi-chat. What do you think, dude? Silent Hill 1 remaster, or I'm burning it all down. Fair. That's fair, dude. We fucking deserve it. Yeah, dude, we finally got it. I think jump scares represent a really cheap... yeah, now YouTube and Twitch, you guys can talk to each other. I think it just represents a really cheap tactic in scaring people, you know what I mean? I don't think it's a good outlet for creativity, that's for sure. Yeah, so I've got 6 pixels of padding between the spaces. I'm gonna make that 4 instead. What am I hoping for? To figure out what the hell Silent Hill F is actually trying to be, or what it's supposed to be. And also to figure out if we're getting a Silent Hill 1 remake by Bloober. That's what I want to know, because if they confirm that there's a 1 remake in the works, I will officially be back on the Silent Hill hype train. You guys know I was very lukewarm about the Silent Hill 2 selection, of it being the first remake. I wasn't thrilled about that. I do watch streamers on Twitch as well. I just decided which one to watch at a time, whoever has YouTube and Twitch. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you checking this stream out of all, because I'm sure there's tons of other people. Hey, what's up, Salmon Man? Salmon Man, I love to ask people how the hell they end up finding my channel. It seems lately a lot of people found it because I am like an audio obsessive, and I found some Silent Hill sound effects in other movies and TV shows and stuff. But yeah, welcome on in. Let's get hyped, dude. We're in the last 60 seconds, the final countdown to actually learning a fucking thing about Silent Hill F, which I wanted to know more about. Pretty much the only thing we got was like that pre-rendered trailer almost 3 years ago now. It was October, wasn't it like October 2020 or October 2021? I can't remember what year it was, but it was like October a few years ago that they originally showed this, you know, CGI pre-rendered trailer for Silent Hill F, and that was literally all we got. Oh, you just found it right now? Well, welcome on in, man. Welcome on in. We're glad to have you here. Well, I wanted to watch my first Silent Hill transmission. I'm excited to see if F will be good or not. Yeah, that's the big thing, is we got to find out whether or not just what type of game is it? Is it supposed to be a visual novel? Because apparently, like, the writer that they hired for this is a very popular visual novel writer. Ryuichi, I think his name was, or Ryuki. So I just want to know, what type of game is it? Is it a full-fledged, you know, behind-the-back Silent Hill title? Is it a fixed camera retro-style game? Like, what kind of fucking game is F even? Let's go. German?
サイレントヒルトランスミッションへようこそ。サイレントヒルのシリーズプロデューサーを務める岡本元井です。
岡本さんと一緒に進行を担当する吉崎千尋です。私もサイレントヒル1作目からこの世界を恐れ楽しんできました。
Same.
今日はプレイヤーの一人として今回のトランスミッション非常にワクワクしています。岡本さん、本日はよろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
さあ、このトランスミッション、今回はどんな情報が伺えるんでしょうか。
はい、今回はサイレントヒル F にフォーカスしたトランスミッションとなります。このプロジェクトを発表したのが2022年の10月ですから、ファンの皆さんを随分お待たせしてしまいましたが、ようやく本日新たな情報をお届けすることができるようになりました。
そうですね。ティザートレーラーが話題となって謎に包まれていたサイレントヒル F のこの最新情報がようやくお披露目されるというわけですが、この T シャツ、我々も F のロゴが入っていて岡本さんかっこいいですね。
Dude, those shirts actually are pretty cool looking, not gonna lie.
私気になっていたんですけれども、私たちが今立っているこの場所も、
はい、この場所もサイレントヒル F のゲーム内のロケーションの一つなんです。語りたいことは山ほどあるのですが、今日は新たなトレーラーを用意してきましたので、まずは皆さんにこちらをご覧いただければと思います。それではどうぞ。
No, they're not auto dubbed, I don't think.
シュウ君、嘘ついてるよね。騙せてると思う？ひなこを。ひなこはね、死んだんだよ。
Yeah, those shirts are cool, dude. Understand why people would be worried about a remake of a very popular game. Yeah.
ひなこはお友達といつまでも一緒にいたい。お友達は永遠じゃない。
Oh. Actual in-engine gameplay? Holy shit.
あなたが裏切り者と呼ばれたように。ひなこ？あ、ごめん。何？天秤にかける価値があるかどうか、しっかりと判断しなさい。
First Silent Hill game where the characters actually look Japanese. It's an actual third person. Oh, I thought they were gonna start the gameplay right there. Please don't just be another trailer. Show us gameplay. Imagery seems really cool. Yeah, this one's in Japan. Short message, I think, was in Europe, yeah. Hey guys, we have a special guest. Come on, man. Don't just be a trailer. We need gameplay. What's up, Adipie? What's up, TK? K. Yeah.
謎が謎を生み、そして恐怖が恐怖を生む、サイレントヒルの DNA を受け継いでいるかのような素晴らしいトレーラーでした。そしてウィッシュリストが本日開始となっております。ぜひ各プラットフォームのストアページから登録をお願いいたします。対象のプラットフォームはプレイステーション5、Xbox シリーズ XS、そしてスチーム、エピックゲームズストア、マイクロソフトストアとなっています。
Dude, please tell me that's not it. Okay, I was gonna say. What a waste of time that would have been.
皆さんも気になっているであろう本作のあらすじについて私からご紹介いたしましょう。清水ひな子の日常は思春期相応の平凡なものだった。だが唐突に街は霧に包まれ、おぞましく変貌していく。
While solving puzzles, fighting enemies, and doing everything she can to survive.
謎を解き、身を守るために戦い、生き残れ。向かい合わなければならなかった選択と向き合うために、美しくもおぞましい選択の
Trope Hill, kind of.
いや、ものすごく気になるストーリーで
す。
私もファンの一人としてワクワクしていますが、岡本さん、これまで海外を舞台としてきたこの過去シリーズの作品とは違って、今回はこの日本が舞台であり、和を特徴としたサイレントヒル F ですが、まずは改めて本作品のコンセプトを教えてください。
はい、本作品のコンセプトは美しいがゆえにおぞましい。
Find the beauty in terror.
サイコロジカルホラーとしての要素は残しつつも、従来の作品から一転して日本を舞台にし、和のテイストを前面に押し出した挑戦的な作品となります。日本のホラーの一つの特徴は、美しさの中におぞましさが宿っていることです。美しいものは美しすぎるがゆえにとてつもなく恐ろしいものでもあります。プレイヤーは一人の女性の人生を通して美しくもおぞましい選択をしていくことになります。美しさと同居したおぞましさをぜひ体験していただけたらと思います。
日本ならではのホラーを追求しているというのが本当ひしひしと伝わってくるんですけれども、美しくもおぞましい選択ってどんなことが考えられるんでしょうか。
Yeah, they're not gonna say.
この作品のコアになっていますので、美しさとおぞましさが共存する様をぜひ体験していただければと思います。
ありがとうございます。それではここからは サイレントヒル F の魅力をより深掘りしていくために
Chris
ゲストの
Chan
方にお越しいただきましょう。
is the special
今
guest.
回ストーリーを担当されているこの方です。どうぞ。
よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
龍騎士07さんです。よろしくお願いいたします。
よろしくお願いします。
I've heard a lot about this guy.
龍騎士さんといえば
He has a strong
日暮らしの
reputation.
泣く頃になど数々の作
Yeah,
品
I
を
wanna see
世に
gameplay.
出されていますが、今回サイレントヒルシリーズには初参加ということで、このあたりの経緯教えてください。
日本を舞台にしたサイレントヒルを作り上げるにあたって和風ホラーのエッセンスを理解しているシナリオライターの方が必要でした。和風ホラーの中で最も有名な作品の一つが日暮らしの泣く頃にです。多くのユーザーが当時事件の謎を考察していました。サイレントヒルもまた特に2がそうなんですけれども、多くのファンが考察を楽しんでいる。
Yeah, Higurashi has a really strong reputation.
考察があるストーリーを書くに
As soon as they announced his name that day back in 2022, a bunch of people in chat were like, "Oh my god, that's the Higurashi
先
writer."
生はサイレントヒルの大ファンでもあります。本作も最初のエンディングを終えた時点では多くの謎が残されますので、ぜひ楽しみにしていてください。
岡本さんありがとうございます。さあ龍騎士さん、サイレントヒルのファンというのも分かりましたし、やっぱりこの恐怖考察といえば龍騎士さんというのは我々も本当にうなずくところなんですけれども、今回岡本さんからオファーを受けてどんな気持ちでこちら臨んでいったんでしょうか。
はい、最初はですね、何しろ有名な
Yeah, that's really cool. That's like a career moment for
ス
sure.
タッフの方がですね、むしろいや実はシナリオと見せかけてもっと小さいお手伝いの仕事かもしれないから、ぬか喜びにならないようにね、ちょっとまだ冷静に落ち着いて待っててねみたいなことを言って、むしろスタッフの方が私に気を使ってくれたぐらいで、それで入念に打ち合わせを重ねていったら、どうやら本当にシナリオの話らしいということで、ものすごい浮かれて、そしてものすごい緊張感で
That's a big job. Silent Hill is a huge name, man. You can't mess that up.
サイレントヒル愛が本当にすごいので、私たちも安心して任せることができました。
いや、今回サイレントヒルシリーズの完全新作ということで、やっぱり緊張して臨んだと思うんですけれども、新たなストーリーを作るにあたって意識したことがあれば教えてください。
そうですね、やっぱり一番最初に、実は私もコナミさんにお伺いする直前までは日本が舞台になるとは思わなかったんです。やはりサイレントヒルという街の名前を冠したゲームですから、やはりサイレントヒルが舞台になるだろうと思っていたんです。
As we all
実
were.
際にお会いして話を聞いているうちに、今度は日本を舞台にしたいと。で当然私の方ではサイレントヒルっていうのはサイレントヒルでやるからサイレントヒルなんだろうと思ったんですけれども、じゃあ巣はサイレントヒルとは何ぞや、街の名前はついてますけど、この作品自体は一体何を描いているんだということで、それで岡本さんと随分初期の打ち合わせにサイレントヒルとは何ぞやということを随分たくさん対話を交わしたんです。でまずサイレントヒルという物語このタイトルが持つ側面の一つは、サイレントヒルという土地が持つ記憶や物語、痛みや、あるいはその土地の暗い歴史などを語ったそういう、もちろん
Your channel is the best for help with Silent Hill games and other horror-related games. I'm happy I've been a fan since sometime in 2024. Hey, I appreciate that, man. That means a lot.
あるいはそういったわだかまり葛藤、そういったものを視覚的に描かれた心象世界で対峙している。
That's Silent Hill 2, kind of.
この2つの面があったわけなんですよね。
Not so much 1 or 3.
前者でなく後者がサイレントヒルだとであると考えたならば、サイレントヒルは成立するんではないかと考えるに至ったわけです。
やっぱりファンならではの葛藤があって、ディスカッションがあって、今に行き着いてるんですよね。
はい。
いや、他にも意識されていることがあれば教えてください。
実は私それまでのサイレントヒル、
That's what I'm saying, TK.
いつも割と
What he just described were, sorry to pause, but what he just described are all things relating to Silent Hill 2. Not necessarily the others, so that's kind of concerning.
生まれた時からくどくな目に遭っている女性が多かったんで、ただ不幸な目に遭っているだけではなく、その不幸な中でも自分なりの選択を葛藤しながら選べるような、流されるんじゃなくて自分の意思で答えを見つけれるような主人公、あるいは物語にしたいなという思いはありました。
いや、この選択を繰り返していって結末、そして未来を掴んでいく、まさしくサイレントヒルだなというふうに感じました。ありがとうございます。お二人の本作にかける熱い思い伝わってきました。さあ岡本さん、こちら新しい場所に我々やってまいりましたが、
It's just a green
こちらちょっと
screen.
神社でしょうか、 鳥居も
But it
見
is cool.
えますし、そして何よりもちょっと重々しい雰囲気がこちら漂っているわけなんですが、同時に古い日本のような印象があるんですけれども、こちらの時代設定いつなんでしょうか？
はい。サイレントヒル F は
Ooh, okay.
1960年代の日本の田舎町を舞
That's
台
cool.
にしています。時代交渉も丁寧に行ってストーリーや舞台を作り込んでいます。
1960s Japan. That's interesting.
ということでこの私たち
We don't know for
この
sure,
場所
Atapai,
そして
if there will be a
トレーラーに
release
出
date
てきた
today.
他のシーンも非常にリアルになっているということなんですね。
はい。
ということはどのように作り上げているんでしょうか？
はい。ゲームの舞台になっている恵比寿ヶ丘という町は実際に岐阜県に存在する下呂市金山町という場所を
Going international. Let's go.
下呂市金山町に実際にスタッフが行ってそこで写真を撮ったり音を収録したりしてですね、その
Oh, that's
現地
awesome.
のリアルな音、リアルな生活感というものを
This right here, all these reference photos, I love this because this is what they did with Silent Hill 2 in the first place, is they went all over to environments they wanted to emulate in the game and took photos of them as references. So this is kind of a return to the roots in a way.
落とし込んでいるという当時にそれを1960年代にコンバートして昔の資料なんかも拝見しながら作っていきました。
あ、そこまで徹底されてるんですね。
Time
こうして
consuming.
みると確かに下呂市金山町の実際の場所がこのゲーム内で再現されているというのがよく分かってくるわけなんですけれども、ちなみに下呂市金山町がモデルとなった決め手どこにあるんでしょうか？
はい。下呂市金山町の筋骨エリアを舞台にしたいと竜吉先生がおっしゃいまして、それで採用することになりました。
竜吉先生の肝入りということですが、ちなみにこのエリアを選んだ理
Oh
由を
yeah,
教えてください。
100% agreed, Atapai. I think it could be really, really great.
物語を描くにあたってスタッフ全員にこういうところを舞台にしたいというのを映像として共通認識を持ちたかったんです。それで私が日暮の泣く頃にもそうだったように舞台は例えば白川郷がいいなと決めたように今回も恵比寿ヶ丘という土地はどんなところがいいだろうということでいろいろなところを見比べた結果下呂市の方に足を運びまして、実際に筋骨地区を見せてもらいまして、この筋骨地区っていうのは非常に面白いエリアで生活と時代に合わせてどんどんこう家々やその建物の形、住む人によってどんどんこう形が変わってい
Yeah,
った
and I need gameplay
感じら
for
れる
sure.
とても
I need
その
gameplay, dude.
独特の造形感のある街並みなんですよね。でそれが非常に興味深かったんで歴史とか時代とかを感じさせる、あとインスピレーションをとても感じさせるエリアとして素晴らしいなと思ってここにしたいなと選ばせていただきました。
金山町は創作意欲、そして竜吉先生を刺激するには素晴らしい場所だったということですね。
そうですね。
ありがとうございます。さあそれでは続いてコンセプトビジュアルの紹介に移ってまいりましょう。さあ気味悪く恐ろしくもありながら同時にどっか美しさも感じる魅力的なビジュアルとなっています。侵食された世界。
Also, I'm really loving this Fatal Frame sort of music cues that I'm hearing here. Sounds really great. It could be almost a fusion of sort of 6th gen Fatal Frame games. Yeah, that should be the cover art. That would be awesome.
鉄パイプ、少女、サイレントヒルの恐怖が
The steel pipe, that's awesome. Love it.
そしてこのビジュアル内のひな子を含めたキャラクターやクリーチャーのデザインはケラさんが担当されています。本日はケラさんからコメントが届いているのでご紹介いたしましょう。私にとってサイレントヒルは
I love the Silent Hill series and it's been a big influence on me. In particular, I'm constantly remembering Silent Hill 2. What a shock. And the messages on the walls, the music, and the monster designs. So when it came to Silent Hill F and bringing the setting to Japan, we had to come up with something that felt just a little different, and I had to really think about how to get that feeling. The monster designs were the hardest. I had to consider everything that's come in Silent Hill before and figure out how to take this game in a different direction, but still would be Silent Hill. It might not be the exact same blood-smeared, rusting scenery, but I sincerely hope you'll enjoy our vision in the world we've created. I'm ready for something new, so I'm not worried about that.
とてもながらも今までの血とサビのせいです。さあこんなメッセージをいただいておりますが、岡本さんいかがですか、ご覧になって。
はい、竜吉先生同様にケラさんの参加によって
Yeah, I'm ready to fucking bash some monsters with the steel pipe. That's what I need to know, TK. How is this supposed to work? There's only two possibilities. Either the curse that's in Silent Hill has somehow moved to Japan or was there before it was potentially in America, or the cult started here before they moved to America. That's like the only two real possibilities.
特殊なデザインが作り上げられていると感じています。
ああ、もう岡本さんもしっかりとその点評価されているということですが、龍吉先生はご覧になっていかがですか？
いや私も全く同じでただ単にグロテスクなだけならば描ける方はたくさんいらっしゃると思うんですけどケラさんのように
Why didn't they get Ito to do this? I wonder if he didn't want to do it.
美しさっていうのもまた一つの偏った言い方なんですけども独特の世界観を
that I wouldn't know, Adapie.
というのは私もとてもありがたかったことだと思っています。
ありがとうございます。
I think it's Hanako.
サイレントヒルといえばクリーチャーもやはり魅力的。ケラさんが他にもどんなクリーチャーをデザインしたのか。
Yeah, I guess Ito didn't want to design any more monsters, which is fair.
反映されているのか早く見てみたいです。今後の情報が楽しみです。さらに新たな場所へとやってまいりました。皆様こちらの雰囲気伝わっていますか？我々の背後にはそうこの狐の像がそびえ立っています。すごい緊張感が漂っています。さあここからはもうお一方新たなゲストをお迎えしてまいりましょう。
Yeah, Pyramid Head needs to not be a fucking mascot. That needs to stop big time.
コンポーザーの山岡明さんです。どうぞ。
My boy, the fucking man right here. Akira Yamaoka, this is the fucking man.
さあ山岡さんは昨年
He's still a composer for this. Let's go.
などこれまでもサイレントヒルシリーズで数多くの楽曲を担当
This
さ
is
れ
the
てきてい
fucking
ま
man
す
right here.
が、本作ではどのように参加されているんでしょうか？
今回は表世界、サイレントヒルと表世界、裏世界ってあるんですけど、こちらの表世界の方の音楽を担当さ
Fog
せて
World, okay.
僕も四半世紀以上にわたってサイレントヒルの最初の
Yeah.
世界から携わらせてもらってて、今回こういうオリジナル新しい作品でやれることに本当に嬉しく思ってます。
一作目から
Yeah, this man is so integral to the overall sound design and aesthetic of Silent Hill. You almost can't make one without him being in charge of the sounds.
伝わっているということですけれども、
He
今
is
回サイレント
super
ヒル
integral.
F のサウンド制作にあたってはどのような思い、どのような考えで取り組まれているんでしょうか？
そうですね、日本が舞台の、今回は、サイレントヒルなかったんですけど、日本が舞台っていうのは、和っていうものを、もちろんね描くんですけど、やっぱり海外のたくさんのサイレントヒルのファンにも届けたいので、あまりドメスティックになりすぎず、その分かりやすいホラーではないんですけど、ジャストホラーっていうところを注力したというか、そういったところですね。
やっぱり全世界の方に楽しんでもら
Yeah,
うために
multiple
は
dimensions. He said Fog World. That was interesting.
そうですね、もちろんその世界観を表現するってことは大事なんですけど、やっぱり今回の F のストーリー、キャラクターっていうものにちょっとフォーカスして、見ればね、これは日本が舞台だっていうのは分かるというか、なんですけど、音はまた別のアプローチとしてホラー、またあるいはキャラクターっていうところに主軸に置いて表現することで、それが合わさった時にサイレントヒルらしさみたいなところも生まれるんじゃないかなとは考えてます。
ありがとうございます。さあ岡本さん、サウンドという面で紹介したい方、もう一方いらっしゃるんですよね。
はい。表世界のサウンドは
Yeah, who composed the music for the Nightmare World? Other World?
稲毛さんも数多くのゲーム音楽を手掛けたベテランの方です。
さあ本日稲毛さんからもコメントをいただいておりますので、
Yeah, you could pick anything from Silent Hill 1 through 4. For me, it would enter my top 15.
シリーズの作品をプレイしたのは20
Alright, composer Kensuke Inagi. The first time I played Silent Hill was about 20 years back. I'm extremely honored to have been offered such a great opportunity for a series with a rich history. I was in charge of composing the music for the Otherworld, known in this game as the Dark Shrine. No, they never split composers in the past. I have composed music for an unsettling yet beautiful world that uses imagery from shrines, blending ancient Japanese court music with ambient echoes. I wove in various techniques that will connect the player to the protagonist's agony, internal conflict, fear, and other emotions. I hope you get to experience it for yourself in the game.
ぜひこちらのコメントゲーム中で体験してみてくださいとのことです。岡本さん、こちらのコメントを受けていかがですか？
はい。 本作のサウンドは山岡さんにオリジネーターとして参加していただいて、サイレントヒルらしい本質的な音楽を作っていただいてます。一方で稲毛さんにも参加していただいて、いろいろと和の要素を取り入れていただいています。さらに竜騎士073作品の作曲家である大さんやさきさんにも参加していただいています。
さあこちらを受けて竜騎士さんいかがですか？
I like how they keep calling him his online username. Ryukishi07.
音楽家さんたちなんですけども、今回の F のシナリオの中でも描写として盛り上げたいところにちょっとお二人の力を借りたくて
Oh yeah, dude.
させてもらい
TK,
ました。
that would be
ありがとう
fucking
ござい
sick.
ます。竜騎士さんをはじめ多くのクリエイターが参加することでサイレントヒルらしさと新しい挑戦を見事に融和させているなと感じました。私もサイレントヒルの楽曲はとっても好きなので、山岡さんの参加は本当に心強いですし、安心感もあって素直にファンとしても
Yeah,
嬉しいです。
Yamaoka's the fucking man. We need him. He's got to be on board.
さあ、
Oh, wow.
新たな舞台に我々は移動してきました。ここまで日本が舞台だからこその美しいがゆえにおぞましいストーリー、ビジュアル、サウンドについてそれぞれ伺ってまいりましたが、視聴者の方々も
XX Xbox Live, let's go.
F についてまだまだ気になる部分がたくさんあると思います。そこでここからはサイレントヒル F について
He needs to put a
ファン
clan
を代
tag
表
in
し
there.
て皆さんが思うであろうことを直接こちらのお三方にぶつけていきたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
それではまずは最初の質問です。ズバリなぜ
Please,
日
I
本
would
を
love
舞
to
台
know.
にした作品を開発しようと考えたんでしょうか。岡本さんお願いします。
はい。サイレントヒルは和風ホラーのエッセンスと西洋ホラーのエッセンス
That's
を
very
融合して
true.
生み出されてきた作品だと思います。ただシリーズは長らく西洋を舞台にしてきたんですけど、日本的なエッセンスが徐々に失われていったっていうふうに感じていまして、そこで逆に和風ホラーのエッセンスを 100% にした作品を
I'm excited about
気
that.
持ちが生まれてきたんです。
ということは山岡さん、そのエッセンスが失われてきたというのが一つのチャンスになったから、もう今回は日本にしようという流れが話あったということでいいんですかね。
岡本さんそうですよね。
そうですね。
まあ今エッセンスって本当そうで、
はい
これが実はサイレントヒルらしさじゃないですけど、一つのポイントにもなってて、西洋を舞台にしながらも日本のエッセンス
It had a very Japanese feel to it.
なかなかもう個性的なというか、これが個性にもなってると思うんで、今回そのザ和っていうところはまたちょっと今までのサイレントヒルとは違うけど新しい作品なのかなと思います。
岡本さん、やっぱりこの歴史あるゲームだからこそ、ユーザーとともに作り上げてきたからこそ、そのエッセンスが変わってきたという瞬間があったんでしょうか。
そうですね。サイレントヒル非常にたくさんの作品を出してきたんですけれども、その過程においてやはり徐々になんていうんですかね、中に宿っていた日本的な魂みたいなものがちょっと薄れてきて、西洋色が強くなりすぎたところがあったと思ったので、一層大胆に日本色にして日本 100% にしたものもどうだろうということが今回のこのインスピレーションというかきっかけにはなりました。
そういった流れがあって一気に振っていこうというところが始まっての
そうですね。
今回の F ということなんですが、
そうですね。
その F なんですけれども、今回どのような立ち位置なんでしょうか。
今回の F に関しては
Independent, okay.
完全な外伝になっていますので、
はい
今までのシリーズを遊んでない方でも楽しんでいただくことができますし、逆に今までのシリーズを遊んでい
Please
た
don't be another Silent Hill 2 clone, though. Can we please not have that again?
はい、
そこはぜひ楽しみにしていただければと考えています。竜騎士先生によってですね、
I swear to God, if she forgets that she killed somebody, it gets revealed at the end, and then boom credits, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
考察すべき謎に満ちている物語になっていますので、日暮の泣く頃になんかの竜騎士先生ファンはもうぜひ楽しんでいただけると思いますし、もちろんサイレントヒルファンも楽しんでいただける作品になっていると思います。
Yeah, it seems to not have anything to do with the
サイレントヒル
town.
らしさっていうものは竜騎士さんもやっぱりこう意識して逆に冷や汗をかいたような部分がきっとあったと思うんです、途中から。でその中でサイレントヒル F は1960年代の日本が舞台となっているんですけれども、そのサイレントヒルを描く上で他にも意識されたことあるんですか。
個別に意識したことというか全体的なことなんですけど、
はい
You can see the stage light reflection in his.
おっしゃってることなんですけども、原点回帰であると同時にさまざまな ことへの挑戦
Return to the origins again, they're saying
一
this.
番わかりやすい挑戦がサイレントヒルという街
Yeah, there's gonna be a fucking pyramid hit. There's gonna be a Robbie the Rabbit somewhere.
成立するのかというところ
Yeah, I
が
hope so too.
もちろん作った側のこちらは自信を持ってこれはサイレントヒルですと言えるんですけども、まずそこをサイレントヒルを長いこと楽しんでくれたファンの方々にどう受け取ってもらえるかというのを私たちも皆さんのご審判を見てみたいというところがある。だから作品の中には意図的にこれまでのサイレントヒルらしさを踏襲したところもあればこれまでのサイレントヒルではあまりしなかった挑戦、分かりやすいところでは日本が舞台ということですよね、といったように
Yeah, Stoned, if they say those words,
ある種の冒険、なるべくこうこじんまりと
Okay, it's not that serious.
日本を舞台にしてもこれがお約束だよねっていうそういう作り方。
We didn't make it under the guise of promising players certain experiences just because it's a Silent Hill game and then just moving it to Japan. Okay, that's
もうちょ
fair.
っと守るべきところはあるんだけど、その一方で
挑戦を忘れないような。
そういうことです、そういうことです。
Agreed,
その加減
TK.
を非常に意識して作ったなと思っています。
岡本さん、ズバリその挑戦の自信、ファンの皆さんにバ
What's
チ
he
ッ
gonna
と
say?
届く
No.
自信はいかがでしょうか。
いや
He's gonna say no. I think it sucks, bro.
届けられる作品になったと思ってますので、
はい
ぜひ楽しみにねしていただければと思います。これから新情報も出していきますので、
はい
本当に楽しみにしていただければと思います。
Probably the cult in some
情
way.
報ありがとうございます。さあその中で作り込みのお話にしていきたいんですけれども、山岡さん、美しさとおぞましさを表現するためにやっぱりここ
Yeah,
我
I'm-
々音楽でやっぱり
Agreed, Adapai. I'm not sitting here hoping that we get some like big plot twist toward the end about how the order actually started in Japan and then moved. Like, I'm not even concerned about that. I just want a good horror game, honestly. Even if it's like Silent Hill in name only, whatever. You know, as long as it's a good game, that's all I really care about.
身の毛もよだつ瞬間いっぱいあると思います。こだわりのポイントよかったら教えてください。
ゲームの音楽って美しさと
Neo Team Silent, yeah.
ってあった時に美しい音楽、おぞましい音楽って作っても
Created from the ashes of Tom Hewlett's
あまり
destruction.
効果的じゃないというか、僕は思うんですね。
Just
ゲ
kidding.
ームっていうのはその映像が
Tom didn't deserve all that hate.
遊ぶ人がコントローラーを握って音を聞くと、その全部三位一体じゃないですけど、そこが合わさった時にどう感じるかってことなんで、例えばおぞましい時に美しい音楽、なんか綺麗なシーンでおぞましい、ね、まあ音楽じゃない、なんかそういう逆もありで、なんかゲームってどこで何を表現するかっていうそうインタラクティブなものなんで、そこは注力したというか、それは僕がずっとゲーム音楽というかゲームのサウンドデザインをやるときにすごく大事にしてるポイントというか、単にいい音楽とか、単に綺麗な音楽、
Right.
怖い音
Yeah.
楽を作るんじゃなくて、ゲームとして
It's all about impactful music regardless of what the emotion is.
どこでどういう風にこの音が表現されるかってことを作りながら表現する。
Oh, do you mean reverse or whatever it was?
もすごくこう注力したというか、すごく力を割いた部分ではありますよね。
数多くのサイレントヒルシリーズ音楽手掛けている山岡さんなんですけれども、今回の F だからこそここはこだわったぞ、他と差別化するために自分があえて意識したこと、こちらも教えていただいてよろしいですか。
さっきサイレントヒルらしさみたいな、
はい、
その西洋を舞台に日本の人たちが作るじゃないんですけど、日本人らしさみたいなところのエッセンスっていうのは逆に言うと海外の人にはちょっと作れない。
They tried and they
だから
failed
日本人
very
だから理
badly.
解できるクリエイティブだったりとか表現方法っていうのを思いつくんですよ。でそれってなんかある種外国の方から見たときに新しさだったり斬新さだったり。
He's speaking a lot of truth right now. What's up, Doc?
でそれがなんかサイレントヒ
Hey,
ル
you see I got combined chat, dude. See it?
今回
Fucking
日
go.
本が舞台っていうところで、従来
Hello.
サイレントヒルって僕はそこはすごく大事にしてたポイントで、
はい
日本独特というか日本人らしさというか、
うん
日本のアイデンティティみたいなところはすごくこう一番こう大切にしてきた部分で、それをなんですよね、今回 F の場合はそのなんですか、もうこれぐらいじゃなくてもう、
はい
もう
Double chat, baby.
日本人
かなりチャレンジされたんですね。
そう日本人だそうじゃないですけど、
はい、
そこは
Well, they showed a
こうチャレン
trailer,
ジ
but no
もそうですし
gameplay, unfortunately.
もうフルパワーでというか、
はい、
それを日本のアイデンティティみたいなと僕なりの
By the way, Yamaoka is speaking 100% truth here. The absolute truth of it is that Silent Hill was an incredibly unique experience for Western gamers, and I think that's why it wasn't so popular in Japan initially. The first game was popular everywhere, And progressively, as more of them came out, they actually got less and less popular, sadly. So what he's talking about in the sense of they had such a Japanese approach that for Western gamers, they felt very innovative and they breathed new life into the horror genre because they had that fusion of lots of Western influence with Japanese artistry and Japanese creators behind them. So he's speaking very truthful right now, which is why when they became Western games and they were not developed by a Japanese team, it really hurt that aspect of it. You know, the duality of it got damaged.
表現をしたっていうところは今回の F のサウンドっていうのは一番のポイントになってるのかなと思ってます。
Yeah, they did do Kojima dirty. Yes, Dave, they have Akira Yamaoka back, the fucking man, the man behind the soundtracks and the sound design. They brought him back, thank God. They showed a new trailer, and I hope that they're going to show some gameplay. And they have had the scriptwriter on here talking about a few cool things, story-wise.
王道というものも大好きだったりします。岡本さん、伝統を継承した点っていうものがあれば一点教えていただけますか。
Keiichiro Toyama, yeah.
伝統を継承した点としては、やはりクリーチャーの
No, it showed a little bit of in-engine stuff, but no gameplay. It showed in-engine cutscenes, though. And there's a new monster designer this time. It's not Ito.
クリーチャーというものは生み出すのに結構パワーをかけました。
考察はかどる勢ですね、これは。ありがとうございます。龍吉さん、ちなみにこの伝統、やっぱりこれは入れないとサイレントヒルらしさが失われるんじゃないかな、危惧して入れたよっていう点あったら教えてください。
ね、シナリオライターの立場からするとそれを言うことさえもなんかネタバレになるような悔しいんですけれども。
Yeah, I can't say much. They'd be yapping with no gameplay or date, unfortunately.
やっぱりなんていうんですかね、プレイヤーあるいは主人公がまだ状況が分かっていない状況下で他の登場人物。
He's just the scriptwriter. And he brought 2 sound designers along that have helped him in his projects in the past. I think they're going to look sick, Matthew. I think they will. Or Matt. I'll just call you Matt. How about that?
そういうところに私なりの力を入れてみたんで、意味がわからないけどなんか意味深なことを言われたなと思ったらぜひ心に留めながらプレイをしていただけると。
ワクワク感が広がりそうですね。それでは山岡さん、音作りでサイレントヒルらしさの伝統を継承した点1点お願いします。
僕の場合はもうそのやっぱ
That's crazy. He's been working on the same series for 25 years. A quarter of a century.
らしさというか、何も意識しないければサイレントヒルらしくなるというか。
Because he has so much to draw from.
何も考えないで、もう本当に素のニュートラルでいるとサイレントヒルらしくなるので、なるのでっていうか、なっちゃうのね。
That's alright. Cool, cool.
サイレントヒルなんですね。
なっちゃう。
He is. Yes. He's essential.
ままでいることがある種継承ができてるということですよね。
考えずにっていうところは。
Yeah, stream of conscious. He doesn't have to think anymore.
いや皆様貴重なお話ありがとうございます。さあ今回はこの辺りとさせていただければと思います。
That's it.
さあここまで様々な情報をお伝えしてきたサイレントヒル
Yamaoka's like 61, I think.
そろそろ終了のお時間が近づいてまいりました。それでは本日のおさらいとして改めてサイレントヒル F についての情報をお伝えいたします。まずは新たなトレーラーが公開となりました。そして本日ウィッシュリストの登録が開始となっております。対象のプラットフォームは
It is the cover art, I think. Look at that.
Xbox シリーズ X、S、Steam、
Steam, baby.
Store、
all the way, Steam.
となっておりますので、ぜひ各プラットフォーム
Made in Unreal Engine 5. Get ready for that traversal stutter, gamers. Traversal stutter is coming.
から改めてファンの方々へのメッセージをいただければと思います。龍吉さん、お願いいたします。
はい。本作は様々な挑戦にあふれています。サイレントヒルらしさについて。
Oh, that's fucking awesome, TK. I gotta check him out then.
そしてサイレントヒルシリーズの今後にとって重要なものになるだろうと思っていますので、皆さんぜひプレイしていただいてご評価をよろしくお願いできればと思います。
龍吉さん、ありがとうございました。それでは山岡さん、お願いいたします。
サイレントヒルっていう作品の中でもこの日本を舞台にしたゲームっていうのは初めてでもあり。I
need to get a 3090 at a minimum for this game for it to run decently on my setup.
サイレントヒルらしさっていうのは損なわず、今までの
Oh, that's
シリ
fucking
ー
awesome.
ズのファンの方も十分遊んでもらえますし、これからサイレントヒル、F なんだろうと、ホラーゲーム好きなファン、このゲームが気になった人も楽しめる内容になってますので、ぜひ期待しててください。
山岡さんありがとうございました。最後に岡本さんお願いします。
はい、日本を舞台にしているにもかかわらず、本作は紛れもなくサイレントヒルらしい作品に仕上がっています。
I just want new things. I'm happy for new things at this point. I'll take it, okay? I'll take it. Give me something new. No more Silent Hill 2 clones, please.
ぜひ期待してください。ひな子という女性が体験する人生の過酷さをしっかり体験できるものになります。今回こうして新しい情報をお届けすることができて嬉しく思っています。まだお伝えできない
Yeah, I'd be happy to help out,
たくさんありますので、今後の続報をお待ちいただければと思います。またこのサイレントヒルトランスミッションでは今後も継続してサイレントヒルシリー
That's
ズ
the
の
series
情報を
roots?
皆さん
Oh
にお
god.
届けしてまい
Let's
りま
please
す。
not get into this
こちらも
conversation.
続報を楽しみにしていてくださ
They
い。
didn't say those words
皆さん
though,
も一緒に
thankfully.
この期待を膨らませていきましょう。それでは本日はご視聴いただき
あり
がとうございました。
Pretty sick photo. Look at that. That's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty cool, man. I like if they make that the cover art, that shit would go hard. Pics that go hard, as they say. That shit right there. I don't think it'll drop in 2025, no. Yeah, it isn't Silent Hill without a steel pipe. Let's watch the trailer that they initially showed one more time. So here's the trailer that they showed right at the beginning.
ヒル F のこの最新情報がようやくお披露目されるというわけですが、
Let's check this out
この
one more
T シャ
time.
ツ我々も F のロゴが入っていて岡本さんかっこいいです
あり
ね。
がとうございます。
そして私気になっていたんですけれども、私たちが今立って
Oh, they uploaded the trailer with better quality? Yeah, let's check that out. Official reveal trailer, 4K. All right. Yeah, the backdrops are environments in the game. All right, let's go. So here's the official trailer.
シュウ君、嘘ついてるよね。
What?
騙せてると思う？ひな子を。
Here, let me go back to the beginning because I didn't have CC on. All right. Intense blood and gore.
嘘ついてるよね。騙せてると思う？ひな子を。ひな子はね、死んだんだよ。
Welcome back, Dr. Red. Yeah, they announced it almost 3 years ago now, so they've had plenty of time to work on it.
お友達は永遠じゃないのよ。
Wow, that is beautiful.
必ずあなたを裏切る。あなたが裏切り者と呼ばれたように。ひな子？あ、
See, this is in engine right here. You can tell.
天秤にかける価値があるかどうか、しっかりと判断しなさい。
Yeah, it looks really good. That I can't deny. But you can tell it's in engine here. It looks very Unreal Engine-y. Looks a lot like Silent Hill 2 Remake, actually. I like it, Dave. I just want new things, man.
ひな子、いつまでここにいる気なの？自分でもおかしいと思うの。自分で自分がわからない感じ。
Yeah, dude, in-engine looks amazing. Silent Hill Frieza, yes. Goku just needs your credit card numbers, the expiration date, and the 3-digit CVV, and he can defeat Frieza. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm getting a lot of Fatal Frame from this. Whoa, wow, that's cool.
もう尽きかけている。
あなたは誰なの？さっきからなんで何もわからないふりをしているの？私はね、あんたをすぐに
That is a king's meal, dog.
全部奪ったな。全部私から奪ったな。
I think it looks cool, man. It really does. And like I said, I'm so fucking tired of Silent Hill 2 clones. I'm just excited for something new.
それではお別れを。あなたが幸せをつかんでくれることを願っています。
That picture goes hard. I'm gonna need this as like a fucking 4K wallpaper, dude. The third Silent Hill as a female protagonist, very cool. Yeah, if they I need to find the art without this in front of it, and I'm making this a background. I'm putting this as a wallpaper, dude, because this shit is sick right here. I'm gonna need that ASAP. Got Kill Bill energy going on. I'm excited, man. And a fully new soundtrack and not based on any older Silent Hill game. That's one thing I'm especially excited for. We get a soundtrack by Yamaoka, at least half of it, because there's another composer involved, right? But a fully brand new set of songs that have never been heard before from two different composers, that I'm excited for, you know? As an audio obsessive, that gets me hype. So I can only hope that they turn out to be really, really good. So what did you guys think? Yeah, it should be the cover of the game. That would be awesome. Elephant in the Room. This is obviously in Japan. How do you think it will tie into Silent Hill? So me and Atapai were talking about that earlier, or Stoned. The only way, so also Dave, I should mention this takes place in 1960s Japan. So it takes place in the 60s. My only guess on how that's supposed to work. By the way, is the chat too small? Because I can make it bigger. It's going to scroll all the way up to the top. If it's too small, I can make it bigger. But anyways, the only way that could possibly work... Here, I'll just do it like I used to. The only way that it can possibly work is if they try to go with some like origin story for the cult to try to say that they started in Japan and somehow made their way to the American Silent Hill town. Looks cool, but no gameplay. I know trailers do that nowadays, but gameplay is so much more important than cinematic trailers. Yeah, and gameplay can also shed light on performance and graphical artifacting and shit like that. Yeah, kind of like RE Village originated. Yeah, where like at the very end of Village, they reveal that Miranda and Lord Spencer, or whatever, had basically developed Umbrella, and they even talk about the progenitor virus and things like that, so... I don't know if they're going to do that, though, because when they asked Okamoto, who's like the director, I believe, he's the game director, he said that it's completely independent. So this could be, like, maybe they're just strictly talking about the curse, the same curse that, or the same demonic presence that the American Silent Hill town has, you know, experiencing. Maybe that is the central plot of it, and that's it. But yeah, they said that it was completely independent. It does, yeah. Silent Hill has deep origins as a spiritual power that town has always had. And it was worshipped by the natives. There's a lot of memos talking about how it was worshipped by the natives, and the events of the first game perverted that spiritual power and made it demonic. So it's really not possible to have, you know, Silent Hill without the town, so... This seems to me more like they're just going completely in their own direction and doing their own thing. Are they kind of using the Silent Hill name to you know, split off into a completely different direction? Sort of. But I guess we'll have to see. There might be a gameplay trailer later this year with the Poppy Playtime chapter game series. They had 2 cinematic trailers and the final trailer had gameplay. Yeah. I don't know if this is going to be coming out this year. But it does say copyright 2025. So it may be out before the end of the year. If they release it around October, that'd be really hype. I would be excited for that. Which was weird because RE0 did a fine job at giving us background on Umbrella, rich corrupt people making bioweapons who would kill even each other for any gain, which led to the Marcus stuff. I love Village, but it shouldn't have linked back to Umbrella again. Yeah, it felt unnecessary. Like, that game would have been fine if they just left it as it was. With Ethan slap dab in the middle. I hope it's not too long before we see the next transmission. Yeah, please no more 3-year gap between information about games. And also, is Silent Hill Townfall completely dead? I thought I heard something about the company Annapurna Interactive getting shut down. I think Silent Hill Townfall is completely dead, guys. I don't even know if that's happening anymore. Well, there's still a page on the Silent Hill wiki about it. Developed by No Code and published by Konami and Annapurna Interactive, it's a spin-off intended to launch an anthology series from various creatives, co-produced by Annapurna. French conceptual artist serves as one of the creature designers. That's all we know about it. In December 2021, the company tweeted that they had expected the game to be announced earlier, but it was not ready. Here, let me share this. Which officially announced Townfall. McKellen explained that their intent was to respect the source material, but do something a little different. Slurred dialogue asking, is that really Alessa? And that's all we know. Like, they basically have not talked about this ever again since that initial release. It just says upcoming. Like, of course they're not going to have that, but like, basically we've heard nothing. Yeah, Ascension was god-awful. Ascension was that mobile bullshit that Behavior had something to do with, the Dead by Daylight people. That was a big flop as far as I'm concerned. It was pay-to-win fucking nonsense where you would put more money in and it would basically give you more influence over decisions that the characters made, and just based off how disgusting that business model was, nobody wanted anything to do with it outside of just trolling. So it was a major flop. Okay, October 1st, 2024, Silent Hill Townfall gets first new update in nearly 2 years. Okay, so I guess I'm wrong based on this. In a statement on the official Annapurna Interactive X account, it was made... Oh god, just call it Twitter, dude. It was made clear that recent happenings at the company won't impact work. Oh, sorry, I'm in the fucking way, aren't I? Yeah. It was made clear that recent happenings at the company won't impact work on Silent Hill Townfall, despite the future of Annapurna being uncertain at the moment. Konami and No Code remain partners on Townfall, and the project will continue onward as normal. Additional info outside of this wasn't provided, but it at least confirms that Townfall is alive in the midst of what's been going on with Annapurna. We deeply apologize for any concerns about Silent Hill Townfall, Annapurna wrote. Silent Hill Townfall will continue to be co-developed by Konami, Annapurna Interactive, and No Code. For now, it remains without even a broad launch window, as Konami continues to work on the game in secrecy. Townfall is one of 2 mysterious Silent Hill projects in the works right now, with the other being F. We finally got more info about F today. I hated Ascension. It was a terrible idea of money cash grabs, and I agree, the model were horrible. Yeah, it was disgusting. It was literally disgusting. Fortnite! That's Fortnite. In the immediate future, Bloober Team's remake of Silent Hill 2 is set to launch. Yeah, this is an older article. So, what I get out of this is, this chop is art. This pork chop is art. What I get out of this is, Townfall is probably going to be next year that we might hear something about it, but basically we have heard nothing. They released one singular trailer that just showed a few shots of like a stereo and someone walking, and then at the end they said, is that really Alessa? That's basically all we've gotten. And they gave us this photo, which is like the red mountain backdrop where it says Silent Hill Townfall. And that's basically it. That's all we know about it. But, hey, before today, all we knew about Silent Hill F was that original trailer too. And they had told us absolutely nothing else. So, hopefully, before the end of the year, we can at least learn some more about Townfall, because I'd really like to know what the hell's going on with it. But we'll just have to see. But, I mean, looking at the comments, thoughts on Silent Hill 2 Remake 5 months later, they haven't really changed. I would give the game an 8.4, I think was my final score, 8.4 out of 10. I ate crow, and I, as a person who, when Silent Hill 2 Remake got announced, was rolling my eyes, I had to eat crow, and I sat here and I had to say, you know what, they fucking did it. They did a great job. And I'm very happy that they did a good job. I'm happy to be wrong. I didn't want the game to fail. I think some people got confused. Like, well, I wouldn't even say they got confused, but the way I was talking about Silent Hill 2 Remake, some people thought that I wanted the game to fail. I didn't want it to fail, I just didn't want it to be bad. Because if it was bad, it would have just further ruined the reputation of such a great game. But thankfully, it wasn't bad. It was good. It was very good. I wouldn't give it a 9+ because there are certain changes that were made and additional cutscenes that I don't like. I really didn't like anything that they added. I would give Silent Hill 2 Remake a 90 out of 100. Yeah, no, that's totally fair. But, you know, when I didn't come into it just being over excited and just hype as fuck, everybody's like, oh, so you just want Silent Hill to die? No, not at all. I just don't want it to be bullshit. I want it to be good. I want it to have a chance to survive into the foreseeable future. Can I see myself going back and playing it as much as the other 4? No, only because the performance is really bad for me. But if I got a better PC and it was much more stable, I would have no issues. I love playing it. I don't like the statue cutscene that they added with Maria, where she just decides to rant about like a random statue and some romance story about a guy who went away for a while and like, you know what I mean? Like meeting Angela at night, changing the Eddie confrontation in the bowling alley to him eating strawberry ice cream with his hand out of a bucket, like a pail of ice cream. Like, what is that all about? Just weird changes that don't make much sense to me. I didn't get that stuff. It didn't click with me. I didn't like it at all. However, certain parts were genuinely better. Like the Abstract Daddy boss fight was better, in my opinion. It's very awkward. It's very stilted in the original game. It kind of comes out of nowhere, and it's a really weird fight because there's no space. Like, you have no space to move around. So it's really restrictive and difficult, but they actually turned it into an entire sequence that I thought flowed really well. The Eddie fight was much better done. Was a much better execution. And I think one of the best things in that entire game is when he shoots the pipes and the mist starts to come out and you see it go right in front of his face and he gives you that, you know, that sly like smile. That's fucking scary, man. They did an excellent job on the Eddie fight. I'd say all the bosses were better. Yeah. The only one that annoyed me was that random boss that they added in the hotel, where it was like another one of those flesh lip things. It's the same as the Crash Bandicoot Trilogy remake, Spyro Reignited, and the RE234 remakes that needed to be as good as the original versions. Yeah. If they're not at least as good while providing a different way to experience the game, why the fuck did they make it? You know? My biggest gripe was the generic stun attack so many of them had. Yeah, the steam distorting his face. Bloober outdid themselves on that fight. That was like, the first time I saw that, I was like, whoa, that is so fucking cool that they even thought of that. But they not only did they think of it, they executed it to perfection. So, you know, it's not glaze. It's not me just being overhyped. I think they did a great job. They wanted to go for fixed camera angles, but Konami said no. What I've heard is, from a lot of different people, but also in one of the broadcasts, is that they wanted to be so faithful to the original game that they actually had to be reeled in by Konami. And they had to be told several times, well, we do want to change some things. They said they were experiencing some tensions early on because Bloober wouldn't budge on changing certain things. And they had to kind of push them and say, well, we do want to change this for X, Y, and Z reason. So when I heard that, I was like, that's a good sign. You know, they're really committed to making this a faithful remake. And that's awesome to hear. I think that's a good thing. If the opposite were true, and we were hearing things like, oh, you know, they had to be reeled back in because they're trying to change so much, that would be a problem. That would be what are they thinking? You know what I mean? Just a sec, guys. I just gotta pee really quick. Got me hype. I'm so hype I gotta pee. They were, Dave, and I'll tell you about a really subtle detail that Sick Boy showed me from a Reddit post that kind of blew my mind, and I love it. So, here's the thing. Resident Evil 3 Remake is only 59% out of 100 because of the clock tower section. Resident Evil 3 is a good game, but a terrible remake in my opinion because they deleted so much content. They removed the park, the Raccoon City Park section is completely gone. The lab section is super altered. And it was lacking the entire clock tower, which is like one of the most iconic parts of the game. And it was also very, very linear, which people didn't like. It had arguably less to explore than the original game, and that's a big problem. But I still have a ton of fun playing it because I love the dodge mechanic and it looks amazing. Okay. So my main mod, Sick Boy, sent me this. My main mod, Sick Boy, sent me this the other day, that if you're playing Silent Hill 2 Remake and you get to right here. Watch, look at this. This is an amazing detail. Okay. So if you look at the reflection in James's eyes during the Maria jail cell cutscene, you can see that the jail cell's actually empty. That is a cool fucking detail, man. That's so awesome that they thought of that. And it was obviously intentional, you know? Yeah, that's a really fucking cool detail. RE3 Remake was fun to play, but lacking, 100%. My gripe with Remake is I want more of it. Goes to show just how good it was. Same with 2 Make. So yeah, it would have been cool to see the park in a fixed camera angle mode. Yeah, like a retro segment. Did you see the one in the last save location? Yeah, where he looks away. Yep. After it's revealed what he actually did, he doesn't look directly at the player anymore. He only looks away. Yeah, I think it was intentional, and it is a huge W. Yeah. So, dude, combined chat is super cool, by the way. I'm way too excited about this. So, I am ecstatic about this just because the Silent Hill machine, the engine is finally moving again. Silent Hill 2 Remake, is from every metric and every sales figure that I can tell, was a very successful game. And we already have confirmation that Bloober is working on another Konami franchise game. And it has to be Silent Hill. It can't be anything else. So I think we're on the cusp. Maybe a few months out. Maybe it'll be like a year. But I think they're going to remake 1. And if they announce a Silent Hill 1 remake, you will see the most excitement you will have ever seen from me. I need a 1 remake in my life, dude. That is the one that I've been pushing for since the very, very beginning. And I told you guys, it's the one that deserves it because it's difficult to get a hold of. You gotta get a PS3. You can kind of get it on PSP, but it's a little jank because they shut that store down years ago. It's not easy to acquire, and a lot of people can't get into it because the graphics are so dated. So we need badly a 1 remake to make that game more accessible. So it's Metal Gear 1. Yeah, That's what I said, TK. Yeah, it's not even abandonware. Like, you can technically acquire it, but it's not easy. Like, you have to own a PS3, you have to go on the store, you can't just add like a payment method anymore. You have to do, you have to like add the currency with an actual PlayStation card and shit. Like, that's the only way to even add the currency now. So it is very important that, you know, that becomes more accessible. A port, I would take like a GOG port. A GOG port of 1 could be really cool, but that game still inherently has problems like the input delay. You know, when you hold forward on the D-pad and hit square to run or sprint, it's fucking delayed by like a half second, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's just how the game was made. You know, it's like a quarter second, but still. So, more than anything, we need a Silent Hill 1 remake. I've said it for years, and I still believe it. So until we get that, I don't think that the main accomplishment of the remakes has been done. And you know what? If they remake 1 and it's successful, you already know what's coming next. 3. My favorite horror game of all time, my favorite Silent Hill game. I've said it for years. I will continue to say it. That one still looks fairly modern in the grand scheme of things if you use the 1080p and like the FOV fix mods like I do. But you will see hype like you've never... I'm going to go full Giga Soy mode, dude. I'm going to be pointing, gaping mouth, red arrows, pointing at me with YouTube thumbnails and fucking... If they announce that shit. I do not care. I will go full shameless, dude. I really will. Is there some kind of consensus at Konami that Silent Hill Shattered Memories is a 1 remake? No, they consider it a reimagining. It's cool MGS3 is getting a remake because I played it on the PlayStation emulator in February for the first time. I understand why it's the most popular MGS game. I have a lot of thoughts about that, but I really hate the way that they just piss away all of the amazing character building they did with Raiden in 2. They just piss a lot of it away and insult him in 3 just because the fans wouldn't shut up about it. Great game, but that part of it annoys me. Like where you run into Rykov and he's like in the bathroom and they're insinuating that he's gay, and like he goes into the bathroom and like you sneak up on him and he gets all scared and he starts shivering. Like, and then after you knock him out, he says that thing about, you know, do you know what day it is today? God, it just pisses me off. That's like the most important, amazingly written ending, and that conversation between him and Rose is just amazing, the dynamic, and then they just piss it away with that. Yeah, and then of course they have him wearing like a fucking G-string and just a bunch of dumb shit. I think 1 is the most fun, 2 is the best production, and 3 is the best world/environment. Yeah, and actually the CQC engine in 3 is very, very in-depth. There's like so many nuances to the pressure sensitivity and the way that you move the stick. The CQC engine in 3 is really, really cool, and there's so much depth to it. All the different moves you can do, you know, holding people up where he says freeze. There's a lot of very cool stuff. Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 definitely get the most love, which is hilarious considering that 2 got a ton of hate back in the day because people just could not for the life of them get over the fact that they weren't fucking playing as Snake. Which is hilarious too, because that's kind of the entire point of the game, is it not? Like the whole point of the game is getting to the fact that, you know, Metal Gear Solid 2 is built on top of fan expectations and how they're subverting those expectations by doing everything that they're doing. And yeah, it's like the biggest consumer troll ever, because you play a Snake in the Tanker chapter, Raiden uses a deep voice and calls himself Snake, but then when he takes the mask off, just like Snake did in Metal Gear Solid 1, it's a completely different guy, and everybody just couldn't get over it. Yeah, and the thing that weirds me out is it's like people have compared it to a Last of Us 2 Joel situation. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Sorry about that. I didn't mean that to be full echo, but if anybody hasn't played Last of Us 2, mute me right now. Okay. In Last of Us 2, they kill Joel off very early, and he's just gone for the rest of the game. He's gone. Okay? People act like they killed Snake off, and that he was just gone. He was still involved from the start to the finish of the plant chapter. You just didn't play as him. But he was still there every aspect, every step of the way. Nobody was buying that Iroquois Pliskin bullshit. We knew it was him. Yeah, some people have compared it. They're like, that's why I hate Metal Gear Solid 2, because Snake's just not in it, enough for me. It's like, dude, he's in the whole fucking thing. The final confrontation as you're fighting the Tengus in the middle of Metal Gear Arsenal, he's right there with you. He fights Fortune at the end. Like, he is in the whole game. Like, I don't understand where people were so upset about it. But they were so upset about the fact that they weren't playing as him that it was just nonstop. Like, Metal Gear Solid 2 got so much hate when it came out that in 3, Kojima went the exact opposite direction and just pissed all over Raiden the whole game with the Rykov character. The Last of Us 2 shouldn't be within a 100 quadrillion mile radius of a convo about Metal Gear. Yeah, I just don't get it. I haven't, but I won't remember when I play Last of Us 2. I haven't played the original Last of Us game yet, and I got the remastered version. Yeah, remastered Last of Us 1 is pretty good. If you pick it, I love MGS2. Yeah, he takes off the mask, and they're calling him Jack in the beginning and everything. I believe it was April 10th, but when he says, like, April 10th, the day I met you, this is the day I met you at the very end of the game, dude. For anyone that was here to watch my first time ever playing through Metal Gear Solid 2, you remember my reaction. That shit blew me away. That conversation they had at the end and then the credits music right after. That legitimately is the peak of Metal Gear Solid to me, is the ending sequence and credits of 2. That was the peak. And I don't think they ever hit that peak again. And 4, 4 is a totally different conversation, but Kojima hated his life during the development of that. I do know that. He has said many times that developing Metal Gear Solid 4 and all the technical issues they ran into on PS3 was like the darkest time in his life professionally. And he actually had to seek out therapy at that time because it was such a nightmare to work with. I mentioned this before, but I think it was less of Kojima agreeing with the hate on 2, and it was more of a, oh, so you don't like this? Okay, fine, how about this? Felt very, oh yeah, it was super passive-aggressive, 100%. He's like, well, if everybody hates Raiden that badly, I'll just give them what they want, And that's what he did with 3, and look at the reception. Look at the way people talk about 3 as if it's the greatest game ever made, so, what he did was, I guess that's what the fans wanted, but yeah, there's still, amazingly, even to this day, there are some people that just won't give Metal Gear Solid 2 its flowers because of that, but, the overall mentality of that game has changed drastically. I think a lot of people appreciate it now. Yeah, I just can't get over the 30 FPS. After Metal Gear Solid 2 was like a locked, very, very smooth 60, playing 3 at 30 kind of annoys me, but it's because of all the foliage and trees and different things. Hey, speaking of Metal Gear Solid 3, interesting little fact, and I say this every time I play Silent Hill 4, we were just playing it last night. Did you guys know that they borrowed some of the trees from Metal Gear Solid 3 to just basically place into Forest World? Because they were both being developed in the KCET internal studios? Yeah, so they just went and asked the Metal Gear team if they could borrow some trees. That's a cool fact, dude. I need to make that into a YouTube short. These days, you gotta think YouTube. Everything has to be turned into a clickbaity YouTube short. That's just what you gotta do. MGS3 was cool, but felt safe. Just a solid game. That's how I feel, personally. When I hear other people talking about it as if it's the greatest thing ever made, I'm like, it's alright. That's really all I have to say about it. It's like, it's alright. I mean, it's alright, like, sorry, I'll never quote that dude again. Yeah, the tanker intro where he says the Hudson River 2 years ago, and then he walks up with the stealth camo and fucking jumps off the edge of the bridge and lands on it, and you see like the stealth camo bug out with the electricity bolting around him, dude. When I saw that shit, it was over. I said to myself, like, graphics will never get better than this. And they kind of didn't for a few years. Like 2001 to 2005, they didn't change a whole hell of a lot. Yeah, it was fucking awesome. For Kojima, it's probably choose a different character for MGS2 to mix things up, because Kojima is still one of the greatest game creators of all time. Yeah. So the whole concept behind Metal Gear Solid 2, literally the entire point of that game is the importance of subverting expectations and not caving in to what you know people want. That's literally the entire point behind Metal Gear Solid 2. That it is a game that is cobbled together from fan expectations, which is why the intro mimics, which is why the entire game mimics the Shadow Moses incident, because if you're a fan of Metal Gear Solid 1 and you hear that Metal Gear Solid 2 is coming out, you just want more. You want more of Shadow Moses. You want more of that shit, you know? I love the new tech, guards seeing your shadows, seeing the wet footprints, hearing you sneeze. Yeah. If you stay out in the rain for too long, Snake gets a cold and they can hear you sneeze. Yeah. So yeah, the whole game is built around subverting those expectations. He makes cheesy Hollywood cutscenes, but they're always so good. Death Stranding is a testament to it. I don't think anyway pictured that being Kojima's first solo Freeman project. Yeah. The only thing that annoys me about Death Stranding is the super long, like, tracking shots in cutscenes with no cuts. Like, it just follows a character and then it, like, slowly pans to a different character. And I know it was an intentional decision, but it just makes the cutscenes feel like they drag on for fucking ages and they don't get to the point, you know? It's still a shame the Silent Hills game didn't happen, because the PT demo was cool and scary, but someone made a Silent Hills fan game for PS5 consoles, and it looks cool. Yeah, somebody actually remade PT as well. So there's a, I don't know, I think it runs in Unity actually, but it's literally just called PT on PC. Get it? But somebody remade that whole thing. Yeah, in Unity. It's called PT on PC, and it's pretty faithful too. So even though it's not the official thing, it may not look one-to-one or be perfect. It's really close. So it's basically the same experience. You know me, I'm tired of field games. I hate to say it, but I likely won't even try Death Stranding, at least not anytime soon. Yeah, Death Stranding for me was enjoyable when I got to the actual important story bits, but yeah, I just couldn't get into it. I understand, I recognize it's a phenomenally crafted game, like the details and everything, the environments were beautiful, everything. I got great performance on it. I couldn't get into it. You know, I don't know what it was. So it just didn't really click for me. But I did enjoy my like 26, 27 hours that I played of it. Yeah, Death Stranding 2 looks pretty cool. Dude, some people made an insane PT remake in Dreams. Dude, some of those Roblox games. Did you know that there's Roblox Global Offensive? Like an entire Counter-Strike Global Offensive game inside of Roblox, and they run tournaments for that shit. It's actually insane, some of the games that they make with like those community game makers. It's really cool. You put good hours into it too. Like if you're not fully clicked into a game in the first hour, it just ain't it, Chief. Ending to Death Stranding had me in tears. I shall be checking out too, still remaining spoiler free. Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of people have told me I need to return to it. I likely will someday. Oh my god, you guys. I just out of curiosity looked at my YouTube channel. That fucking Silent Hill Sounds video is my second most viewed video ever now at 24K. What the fuck? What is with this trend of the laziest videos I make doing well? Like the fucking irony of that. That's insane. Yeah, 24K to now. I'm sorry, I wasn't going to sing 24K by Bruno Mars. But I have a couple more videos, like Walter Sullivan being in Silent Hill 2, and I'm actually going to work on those tonight. I'm going to try to get them up before I go to bed tonight. There was when the original Death Stranding game was released in 2019, there were theories that it was connected to PT. Yeah, so when Kojima dropped that original like teaser trailer in 2015, that kind of symbolized his exit from Konami in a way. you know, with the whole baby thing and looking up at the entities like floating in the sky. A lot of people theorized that that trailer was kind of his way of, you know, dealing with the way that whole situation went down, which was really unfortunate. We've talked about this a quintillion times, so I won't get into it again, but basically he had spent like upwards of $100 million developing Metal Gear Solid 5, and he realized that he was going to need more money to finish the project. When he went to top brass to ask for it, they said no. And that drove a wedge between upper management and his team, because he felt like they didn't trust him to use that money wisely and make the game just as good as it could possibly be. So that game ended up getting released unfinished, and, you know, I think before it even got released, he ended up leaving the company after working for them for like a quarter century. So pretty fucked up. I hate to say it, I know how influential PT was, even with stuff like RE7, but PT is just boring to me. It doesn't scare me at all. Yo, it's not his fault he needed more money to scan Quiet's feet. Oh my god. Dude, that's one thing about Metal Gear Solid 5 that just boggles my mind. Why is he so... Like, why did they do all those camera angles on Quiet like that? Why did they make a plot where, like, she has to dress with basically no clothes so she can breathe? Like, it's such a bullshit excuse to just make her naked all the time. Or practically naked. I'm not going to believe the new Stamp drama. There's no new Stamp drama. The only good drama that we have is that multi-chat is working. Check this out. Boom! YouTube and Twitch, one right after the other. I couldn't get the sizing of absolutely everything identical, but the fact that we have both chats in one thread, we're fucking set now, dude. That's why I love watching game theory videos, because they're interesting to watch. I love making game theory videos. I just don't want to, you know, I don't want to make a video about something somebody else already talked about. That's why I did the Resident Evil 4 save theme video, because nobody else had really talked about that before. I was surprised, but, you know, even people like Justin Wang had not talked about that, and he talks about all kinds of cool shit. So I was very surprised to see that. But I'll tell you what, when it comes to Silent Hill, I got some knowledge. There's plenty of material for videos there, dude. Plenty. I want to talk about the spiral writing key in Silent Hill 2. I want to talk about the photo you find after talking to Angela that everybody skips over. I want to talk about the reference to Pet Sematary with the staircase up to the hotel when you first arrive there. We're going ham, dude. We are absolutely going ham. The red square. By the way, there's another popular fan theory that's actually really plausible right up there with the Walter Sullivan thing. That the well you look into at the beginning of the game and see that red square, that's supposed to represent James when he actually jumps into the well at the beginning of his like psychotic break that he experiences under the Historical Society. Because it looks like the exact same well. And we know that the Historical Society, Descent, the prison can't really exist. That's all manifestation. So it's almost like everything happens in order based on what he read and all of his experiences thus far in the town. And it just kind of manifests in order until he kind of comes to when he confronts Eddie in the meat locker. So that's another very plausible fan theory about the well. I'm so tired of over-sexualization in media. It's just annoying and feels like it's trying to keep teenagers' attention. Well, the reality of it is, Dr. Red, sex sells. That saying has been around for 60, 70 years, and I think it'll always be true to some degree. And it's just the sad reality of it. They're sadly just going to continue to do it because it brings in money. And money is the ultimate driver of the direction of a type of media at the end of the day, so... If showing big titties brings in more money, then that's exactly what they're going to do. Big asses and tits and, you know, barely having any clothes on or having armor that's like completely useless and just pushes your tits up further. That's what they're going to do. And it's been that way. I mean, dude, I grew up in the DOA, the Dead or Alive beach volleyball era. So trust me, I know all about that shit. They had these characters who were already pretty scantily dressed in the fighting games, and then they made the volleyball games, which was basically just designed around you looking at them being naked all the time, or practically naked. If there's, yeah, I remember like when I was younger, I remembered seeing Like, I used to get Game Informer magazines and shit, and I used to get the official Xbox magazine, and I saw an ad for that, and I remember my mom, like, snatching it away from me and, like, getting on to my dad for letting me have it because she saw the DOA beach volleyball ads in there. Yep, the hot tub stream that we all saw, right? I just hit my nose on my microphone. That's why when I pick a top 40 topic for my personal gaming topic lists of whatever, I make sure the game level music, whatever I have, whatever I've done, it's because it's more unique in a way. Yeah. And, you know, there is a big conversation when it comes to making content of like, oh, nobody can copy my editing style. I don't think that's true. I think nobody can be you but you. So you could hire somebody to edit for you, but the ultimately the most important thing is that you're the person who writes it and you're the person who's on camera talking. As long as you hire someone just to edit, but you're doing the writing and the speaking, I think it's still mostly going to feel like you. Which is why when we see channels like Cinemassacre hire other writers, all of a sudden the episodes aren't so good anymore. Because it lost what made it unique, which was James, AVGN. So in the future, if things ever got to a point where I could work with an editor, as cool as that would be, I actually greatly enjoy editing my own stuff. I find it really fulfilling. And I think one of the most important things in life is just learning a new skill. If you're ever bored, you know, you're ever bored as shit in life, you don't know what you're doing, just learn a new skill. It's like, shit, I've always wanted to learn how to solder, or I've always wanted to learn how to do this or do that. Just fucking start, you know? It's going to be so fulfilling once you actually learn and start to figure things out and connect the dots. That's what video editing was like for me. I had never opened Adobe Premiere in my life until just a couple years ago. And now that I've worked in it a decent amount, I actually feel really comfortable with it. And I can whip out, you know, a 5-10 minute video in like a couple hours now. It's awesome. I don't know his name, but but that's just a theory. Yeah. I don't know his name, but some dude tried making an AI version of himself reacting to AI videos, trying to call it content. Good God. Also, the stupid ad thing of only having one automatic ad in a particular video topic may or not have paid the YouTuber. Are you worried about it? Well, so there's a big difference between the ads that YouTube chooses to play on your channel and the ad deals that you seek out. So if some fucking mobile game like Raid Shadow Legends or whatever reached out to me and said, hey, we want to do a brand deal. We want to try to get, you know, 75 people to sign up and complete the prologue, and we'll pay you, you know, $5,000 if they do it. If I think I can realistically do it, you know what? I'll get on camera and I'll shill for your game, because everybody knows that they have a ton of money and I'm just trying to get some extra cash. You know what I mean? But I think the important thing when it comes to ads is being very transparent about it. You don't have to sit there and just constantly harp on it. Just be honest with people. Hey, if you want to help me out, this is another way for you to do that. If you don't want to do it, no problems, you know? The only problem I have with like brand deals and different things like that is when people accept them and they won't stop like beating their audience over the head with them until they do it. You know what I mean? Like, guys, we need to hit the goal. Like, we only have X amount of people. Like, we got to hit the goal. I think if you're just transparent and honest about the reason why you're doing it, more people are likely to help you out.
Oh, wow. Ow. Look at that. We're pouring stuff into a mold on a...
Wait, is this that Quebble Cop guy? This is fucking Quebble Cop, dude. This guy, I recognized this guy immediately. So this is an AI version of himself reacting to an AI video. It's probably fucking edited with AI as well, yeah. Holy shit, this is lazy.
Oh, wow. Look at that. We're pouring stuff into a mold on a bucket. Genius idea. It makes me think, why didn't I try this at home? This looks super fun. Oh, wow.
What the every day we're getting closer to a dead internet. Quebble Cop versus CAPTCHA test. Let's go. The hypest ERB of all time. Dead internet theory. Chat, is this real? Unfortunately, yes, because it's AI. Trust me, it gets worse. That is so fucking dumb, dude. Activision made an AI of a new Crash game called Crash Bandicoot Brawl, but it's fake, and this is why I'm a bit worried about AI slowly ruining stuff. Yeah. Dude, there's like a big trend of AI thumbnails on YouTube now too. Have you guys seen these? They look so fucking bad. I'll try not to show the channel name because I don't want to be an asshole and like call somebody out. But I just want to show you an example of the AI thumbnails that I'm talking about here. Okay, so basically it seems like what you do is you go to certain websites, right? And you... Okay, I'm gonna have to like full screen my browser. And then hide that. Okay. So basically you go to like some website and you just upload a picture of yourself, and then you just ask the website to combine the photo of your face with the game, and then you get these really bizarre, like uncanny valley AI thumbnails. You see this? It's just like the same, like you can see the headband is like blending into the face here. Because it's fucking AI generated. Like, and as soon as you see it, you can't unsee it, dude. Like that, these Silent Hill 2 thumbnails are just clearly AI. So, for the time being, it's still pretty obvious and you can still see what is and is not AI. But I worry that there's going to come a time soon that that's not going to be so easy. Yeah, it's bizarre. Like, I keep seeing this all the time. It's like, why make a thumbnail when you can just like plug it into a website and say like, oh hey, make me an AI fucking thumbnail, and there it is. Give it 5 more years, we're in trouble. Oh dude, the dead internet theory exists for a reason. Like basically that theory purports that what the theory claims is that most of internet traffic is only bots now, and it's been this way for years. They say it mainly started around 2015 or 2016, but they say that most, meaning the bulk of like 75 to 80% of internet traffic is all bots. And you just don't know that because the bots are so convincing. I still need to play the Dead by Daylight game because I've seen things about it and it looks cool. I have a friend actually who just opened a Dead by Daylight channel, and I think he makes excellent content. So check this out. I hope this works, and I hope I have... Let me make sure I got his channel name right. He actually just made a video about toxicity in Dead by Daylight. Drop my man a sub if you guys want some really cool videos, because he's going to be making some really cool shit about Dead by Daylight. And already has, to be honest. But yeah. So I'm fucking hype for Silent Hill F. I just hope it's good. You know, I don't need it to be a masterpiece. I just want a good new horror game with Akira Yamaoka music. You know, if the name comes into contention and it's like, why is it called Silent Hill F, or why is it called Silent Hill at all? You know, all these different things. Appreciate that, Matt. Yeah, drop my man a sub. He's really cool. And I actually might be playing some Dead by Daylight with him here soon, because I'm trying to get into the game a little bit as well. So yeah, I just hope it's good, and I hope that we don't get disappointed by Konami being themselves. But hey, Silent Hill 2 Remake was good. They made good on that. So Ascension was a big flop. 2 Remake was good, so they're batting 500 right now. We'll see if they can up their batting average with F, but to me it looks like a good game. One day we'll have AI YouTubers making AI apology videos about an AI glitch that happened in their AI reaction video, reacting to an AI video about an AI video game. I mean, honestly, yes. I think that's on the way. AI editing is becoming a big thing now too. Yeah, you guys ever watch a YouTube short and the captions are like really off of what's actually being said? That's how you know they just chucked that fucking video clip into an AI editor and told it to do everything automatically. How much did Konami have to do with the remake's development? A lot. They were the ones who hired Masahiro Ito and Akira Yamaoka and added them to the team. So they made that decision. So they actually did have a decent amount of influence there. I just want to play the Silent Hill DLC over and over for the game. Yeah. So yeah. But guys, I'm actually going to go work on a couple of my YouTube videos. So if you will excuse me, but I want to thank everybody for hanging out. It's been awesome. I really appreciate everybody that decided to stop by and check this transmission out with me. I don't usually stream on Thursday nights. We got some fucking crazy weather coming in the next 2 days. Like, we're at like a 3 out of 5 on a tornado risk and shit. Like, it's going to be crazy. So if you want to check out any of my stuff, there's my Discord. We're getting close to 100 people in the Discord. I would love to hit that. If anybody hasn't joined up and wants to, feel free. I will give you any color you want, any role you want, anything like that. But I'm going to knock out a couple YouTube videos and get them up. I'll share those in the Discord. And with that being said, we're going to break the chains on room 302. We're going to get ourselves out of this solitary confinement chamber in 3, 2, 1.